What's up? It's your boy Kevin to turn on this motherfucking YouTube shit. This is serious. Wow, what the fuck?
Video of the Israeli government holding a private convention here in the United States. One of the people in attendance at this secret meeting was Judith Varney Shorer. She's a former Israeli consul general who was operating out of Atlanta. She was one of the main people saying that the biggest problem that they had was young black people in the United States. But don't worry, they've got some black leaders on the payroll.
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community. The problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community. Black is with the young generation of the black community.
This was an Israeli government official who was saying this, not some low-level operative or some rogue member of their diplomatic corps. This was a senior member of their administrative government who was saying this on American soil. Their biggest problem wasn't Hamas or Hezbollah or the Palestinian Authority or Syria or even Iran. She said that Israel's biggest problem was young black people in the United States.
And war. Straight to it, gang. And war. Hey, man, and setbacks, man. Setbacks, gang. Evaluate your situation, gang. Give me a second. I had took a picture. I took a picture of it. Give me a second. Damn, fucking phone. Picture on the phone. Okay. Setback. Evaluate your situation, gang. Stamina, longevity, Mount Everest, marathon, and not caring. All right, gang. When you in war, man, and you have a setback, you know what I'm saying, and you feel like it's the end of the world, which it is, you know what I'm saying, 'cause we live in the end times. But at that moment, you know what I'm saying, you feel like it's no coming back for your situation. You know what I'm saying? It's always time where you can come back, man. You know what I'm saying? Crip. Like, I've been in situations, man, where I done lost a lot of shit before. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that it was gonna be hard, but the situation, I didn't lose it. I really let it go. You know what I'm saying? Because if you let setbacks and you let the negativity get to you, man, you will never be able to move from where you was originally at in that situation. Insane, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you know you coming up, and you know that you got the right plan, you got the right situation, you got the right mental to get, and you got your eyes on the goal, you know what I'm saying? Let's say you got your eyes on the goal, and you know where you want to get to, you know what I'm saying? And you know that, okay, I gotta do this, that, this, and that to overcome this obstacle, overcome this threat, overcome the enemy, overcome a big moment in my life to get to a higher rank. And let's say that none of the situation that you thought was gonna come together, none of it came together. The scheme, the scam, the plot, the situation, the footwork, none of it came together. You know what I'm saying? But you never gave up. You never counted. You never looked back and be like, woe is me. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what I gotta say. People, you know, sometimes people be like, I gotta have this right before I can do this. I gotta have that right before I do that. I need all this set up for me to become the person I need. But then you got another motherfucker who got a 10-foil can filling off a potato, or, you know what I'm saying, less than half of what you got. Not have $1 in their fucking pocket. But they doing a better than what you doing because they started. You're waiting for you to get to that moment to have everything right, and then by the time you get everything right, you don't get half of the shit that you wanted. Then the person who started working with this tin can potato, he done moved up, started getting this and that and that. Now he have a situation to where Crip, he got everything that you got, but the difference is he started but way before you, and he got more success than what you got. You know what I'm saying? You can't let a bad situation or a setback mess up your whole plan. You know what I'm saying? When let's say all your plans fuck up and nothing you do ever worked out or ever went right, gang. It's always an opportunity waiting for you to get to where you need to get to. All it takes is one chance. All it takes is one step. All it takes is one door to open to get to where you need to get to. If you climbing Mount Everest, you dig what I'm saying? And you can't climb Mount Everest in an hour. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you don't prepare yourself for the storms, the setbacks, the trial and error, the almost wanting to give up, the days you did give up, the pain, you getting hurt, injured, the backstabbing, the you know what I'm saying, this and that, people doubting you, people giving up on you. If you don't calculate that into what you got going in any situation, bruh, you won't never ever get through life. You know what I'm saying? Because you count on somebody else to tell you that you doing a good job when you supposed to already in your mind thinking, I don't give a fuck if he think I'm doing a good job if I'm not doing a good job. Fuck him, fuck her, fuck where they got to think. They can suck these NUTs and they can keep it pushing. Because at the end of the day, man, nobody gonna care for you or care about your dream like you care for you or care about your dream. God gonna always show you where you need to get to. That's the thing. He gonna show you where he wants you to go to. But you gotta understand, it's always gonna be a journey. You know what I'm saying? You always gonna have people who gonna come on, try to latch to you and dip. You always gonna have somebody like, I remember off of Forrest Gump. My name Forrest Gump. Goofy ass. But Forrest Gump is like, it's really smart, because okay, when he was running, and he was just running to run, he had all them people following him. For what? Not a damn reason. He had new people following him. People was following just for his ideals. People was just following just to follow. And then one day he just said, all right, I'm done. And he went back to do what he was doing. So it's like, when you know what you doing, bruh, you know what I'm saying? And you got a reasoning to why you doing it. And people might not understand your reasoning. You know what I'm saying? But as long as you believe in what you believe in, why you doing what you doing, you know what I'm saying? You always gonna get to your location. You always gonna find your fulfillment. You always gonna find where you need to get to in life. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be times where when you get to where you were trying to get to, you realize that where you were trying to get to, it was never where you really wanted to get to. Where you was at was really where you get what I'm saying, Crip. Where it's supposed to, not where you're supposed to be, but where you was at originally was, you know what I'm saying, more fulfilling than where you trying to get to. But you won't never know that if you never take the chance. You get what I'm saying? So you always gotta appreciate the days, the hard days, the disrespectful days, the backstabbing days, the days when nobody want to talk to you, the days where you go to jail, the days where, you know what I'm saying, you don't like nobody, the days where you get into arguments. You gotta learn to appreciate them days, because them type of days is where it builds character. If you just went through life not in a bubble, let's say you went through life in a bubble, and you never went through the bad, the good, nothing. You just was in a bubble, protected. You won't have no backbone. You won't have no experience. You won't have nothing of anything, because you ain't never put the work in as far as necessary living life. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go through the taking L's. You gotta go through the heartbreak. You gotta go through people not fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go through shit like this where, you know what I'm saying, it don't make sense, but you still doing it. You know what I'm saying? Give me a second. Ain't nothing in life gonna be perfect. You get what I'm saying? When shit like that happens where you on the road and shit just fuck up, you gotta recalibrate yourself. You gotta sit back, evaluate the situation, get it together, and put it back on. You know what I'm saying? Because if you just sit back and focus on your doubt, on your failing, somebody else will see what you did and build off of that. While you down chair crying, being a little baby, they building off your shit and coming up and winning. You get what I'm saying? But there's nothing wrong with that, because, you know what I'm saying, at least you could inspire somebody else to keep, you know what I'm saying, to keep it pushing. But at the same time, you know, you still want to have a chance to put your own self out there and on to where, you know what I'm saying, you feel responsible enough to show people the right way. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to always be you failing so somebody else can learn. You know what I'm saying? You can show people by winning. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you gotta always have stamina. You know what I'm saying? You can't just think that you're gonna be a 1 minute man and you gonna get all the ladies being a 1 minute man. No, my boy. You might have to go to round 3, round 4, round 5, 6, 7, and 8, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you might have to get the 1 minute, because some females like 1 minute men. You know what I'm saying? But 9 times out of 10, you know, you want to go the full 12 rounds. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, in life, man, you don't want to just go through life and give up because you made it to a location. You want to see, okay, I became super successful at this. Why can't I become super successful at that? I became super successful at this. Why can't I be super successful at that? I became super successful at this and that and this and this and this and this and this. But why I don't try to change? Why I don't try to make myself go a little bit harder and do something I ain't never think about, like learning a whole different language that's not Spanish or some shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Like a unknown language that nobody ever known. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm saying? So it's just like always make it not make. What's that shit when it's make yourself go harder? But like always make yourself go harder to expand your mental and your spiritual. It might not be to help people out, but it just become a better person. But yeah, man, you just, hey, don't let the setbacks fuck you up. You gotta have stamina. Don't care what people think about. Climb that Mount Everest. You're gonna have to run that shit and never give up. Go to full 12 rounds. And we out the bitch, hood. Northside, big crip gang.
Hey, Dad, you know, dog, when we link up, dog, this shit be legendary. You know this instrumental, you the engineer on it, so Kodak everywhere.